Well, hi guys, it's George from Cyprus Insight, and the olives are ready to take to the mill. Get some olive oil. We're going to go there in a minute, get them crushed. Before we go guys, let me show you round. I'll show you the olive trees that have been trimmed right back in the garden. There they are. They've been cut right back this year. There we are. Just left a few stems, and that's going to all bush up. I've cut down a few more trees. I cut this one right back. It was right over here last year. Didn't really provide much shade. Now I've cut it right back, and that's going to bush up. Look, started to bush up already. Look at all this new growth. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't it lovely and shiny? Just going to tidy up the top a little bit. Maybe that's a task for tomorrow. There's another olive tree, again being cut right back. All it's got is a few branches at the top, and I'm gonna try and keep that controlled this year around here. I don't want it going onto the orange tree. There's the orange tree, full of oranges this year. It's done very, very well. Still got a bit of disease, look. Let's sort that out. But apart from that, that's all healthy. This bottle brush tree's been trimmed back. Everything's been trimmed back in the garden, guys. That's been trimmed back. Look at that. That looks really beautiful now, like an umbrella. There we are. And that's going to bush up a little bit more, give us lots and lots of shade. What else have I done? I've trimmed back these trees. They need a bit more tidying up, but they're going to be done. Now these are in pots. There we are. And I've made these troughs. I've seen them before, or you've seen them before, should I say. There we are. That retains lots and lots of moisture in the summer. Keeps these trees happy because they are in pots. It's all concrete along here. Oh, cat likes it. Right, let's go around here, see what else we've done. Again, I've trimmed the trees right back on the bottom, so we've got plenty of light. I might plant a bush there, a nice flowery bush. Nothing along here. I'm not going to plant anything here. One bush here, guys, right in the middle. Again, nice flowery bush, fill that gap. That's the other olive tree, and the last olive tree. Again, I'm going to put 2 or 3 bushes here. Maybe 1, 2's enough. Let's not go mad. Yeah, 2 bushes here. Here, now, can you see the wall? There was a palm tree here. It was quite spiteful, really, really sharp. Horrible thing. I don't know why I bought it, but I had it in a pot, massive pot. It broke the pot. All the roots went into the ground, and I just got fed up with it. That's gone now. Okay, so nice bushes there. This tree turned up quite a few years ago. It died right back when I first planted it, and it's done really, really well now. Look at that. On the other side, it's a bit higgledy-piggledy. Look, not very well balanced. That's because here I had in barrels bamboo. Now, never put bamboo in the ground in your garden, guys. Very invasive. You don't want bamboo in the garden. You'll never get rid of it. I had it in barrels just here. It was nice and tall, provided lots of shade, but it just got a little bit too much, so I don't really want it anymore. That's gone. There was what they call yucca plants along here. Again, really tall. again, I had them in great big pots because I really didn't want to put them in the ground and start having to dig them out when I don't want them anymore. I'm glad I did that because I got rid of it. In fact, there was two, yeah, one there, one over here. That's gone, so there's a great big space here ready for new planting. So there we are, we have tidied up this part of the garden. Look, can you see all the gaps? One there, here where the palm tree was, and the olive tree was massive, it's been cut back. We've got a gap here in between that tree and the olive tree, and do you know what, I might not even put anything there, guys, just some plants on the bottom, some bedding plants. That'd be nice. They've got a little bit of shade for the summer, not too much shade, but they've got enough shade so they don't get burnt by the sun. Or what about roses? A couple roses there, that'd be quite nice. Keep them fairly low, because roses don't really like the sun. Direct sun burns them, doesn't it? Mind you, they do like a bit of light, don't they? Not sure, maybe not roses. Anyway, maybe, or not sure. I'm in a kerfuffle, aren't I? I'm not sure what to put there. I'll do some research. I want to put something along here, some bedding plants along here, guys. There we are, underneath the trees, not right next to the trees, but that gap there and this gap here, all along here where there's trees. And just put some plants underneath just to fill up the gaps. That'd be nice, because I trimmed back the trees on the bottom. Look at this one, isn't it amazing? Look, engulfed the cable tie. And there's another, I think it's some sort of fly catcher that I had. It's up there somewhere. See if I can find it for you guys. Oh, there it is. Look, that's engulfed the hook. There it is in there. Let's just take that off. Let's go like that. Ugh, that should cut it off. Take that down. Come on. Oh, getting up a struggle, isn't it? Come on. There we are. Can you see the hook inside the tree? Yeah. Right, let's put that to one side. Take care of that later. Right, so there we are. Let's go and have a look at the olives, and then we'll put them in the car and we'll go down to the mill. There, the car's ready to receive the olives. They're in the shed. There's the shed. It's actually a recycled back of a lorry. That's what I've got of a shed, but it's really good, guys. It's got a side door there, and then these two massive back doors. Ideal. I think it was a delivery van of some sort, and they didn't want the box. They took it off, and I bought that box up in Nicosia and brought it down, had it delivered on a lorry. Good idea, isn't it, guys? It's very, very stable, really strong. It's all like plywood, I think, covered with plastic, and it's got a plastic top, thick plastic top and a thick plastic bottom. Anyway, there's the olives on the bottom. I'll put them in the shed. Let's get these plastic bags out of the way. That's what I'm going to put the olives in. So the man's going to weigh them, and we'll see how much olive oil we'll get. Now, here we are at the mill. These are the funnels. We're going to put the olives in here. Oh, there's a lot in that one, isn't there? Look at that. Wow, this one's packed. We haven't got that much. Right, it goes on the weigh bridge. And let's go and have a look around, shall we? Let's go and have a look around the mill, see what's going on. So we've unloaded. Our one's in the hopper, one of the hoppers over there. And then if you have a look here, guys, everyone's bought their olives. That's from a different person. That's his name there, and the weight. There we are. That's another person and his weight. Everyone's got their own number and their own olives to be crushed. Right, so they go in the hopper. Right, so we're going to leave our olives here. There's another one going in, guys. There we are. Look, these are lovely big olives, aren't they? Look at the size of these ones. So they're going to go under here in the tray. They go along up here, guys. There. They get cleaned here. There are. They're going to get cleaned. Oh, he's got loads, hasn't he? Oh, they look good. Look at these. They look triple-billy. Right, up here through the tunnel, that curls around and pulls them up here. And then they go along here.
Until the...
Oh, right.
So,
this
yes.
makes it hot.
It's making it hot. We touch it.
Oh, yeah, that's
we
right.
need 32 degrees, 34 degrees, and then we start to take it out.
Is that the stuff that you can eat or not? You can't eat that, can you?
It's not clean. It's not,
no, it's not clean.
Because it's coming with the dust from the outside.
Right.
It's not disinfection.
Right, it's not clean.
This one is the last one. Machine is like the can there. It's a press. This one clean out oil, and the oil you don't take any bacteria with.
Right. Okay. So this one squashes it.
This is this pull out from the olives, from the bones, separate. And the oil. The last one machine is the last one. What is the last?
Oh, that one's the centrifuge. That spins it around.
Yes, I remember the old times when you take from the milk out the fat.
That's right.
It's like 100 plates.
Yep.
It's the same system.
Oh, right. Okay, guys. There we are. It's the same system as the milk. It's a centrifugal force. That's not very well said, is it? Anyway, guys, it's put in there, it's spun around like mad, and then the pure olive oil comes out here. So let's start again. Let me show you. Here we are. The lovely lady has shown me exactly what's going on. So there we are. These are the hot ovens. So we've got the hoppers over there. There they are. That goes straight down here. It goes up the top. It gets cleaned here. This is the cleaner. All the leaves and what have you cleans it. Then it goes up here, guys, in a little spiral right at the top. And then it gets dumped into these heaters. Let me go underneath here and show you. Oh, wow. Look at all that olive oil under that. There, they go in here. And each person has got his own heater. If you open that, you can see there it is, and that all gets mashed up. It gets heated up and all mashed up. Look at that. Oh, that's a dark one, isn't it? There we are. He's got dark olives, depending on the olives, you see. That's a lighter mix. So they're getting all squashed up and heated up. Once they're all squashed up and heated up, guys, they've taken out here. They're pumped through this pipe here, and then they go into this massive press. Once they've gone through the press, there's the press. They go through here, guys. They super spun, and then you get your olive oil. Right, so let's go around the back, guys. This big barrel, guys, not for olive oil. This is the water. This is pure well water that comes in, and that's used to clean all the olives. Oh, it smells delicious here. When it's all finished, guys, this is the olive oil. We put in barrels. You can bring your own barrel, or they supply the barrels depending on what size. See, this chap's only got a little bit. That's probably what we're going to get. You see, it's got his name on it. That's his olive oil. This chap's got a bigger one. Another one there, and then you can bring your own barrels. Look, these chaps have bought their own. You see, look at that one. He's got loads, hasn't he? Look at that one. It's got all this stack here. So that might have been from a farm or something, you see. He might have like 50 trees or something like that. Look at the size of this barrel. Enormous. Look, all individual people. Look how many people are bringing their olives here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, etc, etc. All individual people. There we are. Everyone's bringing their olives down here, guys, and getting their olive oil for the year. Look at the big barrels over here, look, massive ones. Look, these are more industrial. There we are, they're probably for export or factories. Now, I did mention the machines. You can come here and hire a machine if you've got lots of olive trees. There they are, you see, and they go mad. They vibrate like that, and then you put a sheet on the floor and it picks the olives. So there we are, there's the olive press, and there's the main guy, the boss. What's your name?
My name is Philippos.
Nice to see you, Philippos.
Big Philippos.
Big Philippos. I see you like olive oil.
Yeah.
So there we are, guys. We're going to leave the olive here, and they're just going to phone me when it's all ready. Come and pick it up, and we'll be putting the olive oil on auction. All the proceeds will go to Ella's Blind Cat Sanctuary. Hope you enjoyed this little journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if there's somewhere you'd like me to go, put it in the comments below.